Originally weighed in 133.8 pounds. Tonight he steps into this contest perfect. 10 bouts, 10 victories, 8 wins coming to you by way of knockout, no defeats. Introducing to you the multi-time lightweight champion, fighting out of the Alamo City, San Antonio, Texas, by way of the capital city of the Lone Star State, Austin, Texas. Here is the undefeated Floyd Kid Austin Schofield.
So scheduled for 8 rounds in the lightweight division, Floyd Schofield, 19 years old. He turned pro. He was 17 here in Texas. Originally from New Jersey. That's where he and his dad have roots. We're living in Georgia. Came to Texas so he could turn pro. Kid Austin, they call him. And he immediately works the body with those white Everlast gloves.
Real sharp shots, too. You didn't even see him coming. Real quick, little 2 shots to the body. And if you keep up with Kid Austin, he's very, very poised. His dad is on top of him when it comes to the technique, with the movement. A lot of drill work, too, when it comes to the gym.
Oh, and Gato eats a punch. Gato eating more punches here in the opening round. Kid Austin said he's going to come in and put on a show. Well, he immediately switching it up on Gato, who expected more of a fight that was going to go a couple rounds.
As a southpaw, like Kid Austin standing right now, you can bring that right hand over the top, right hook or a jab over his shoulder.
Floyd Austin, his last 2 fights have ended via knockout. He had a 6-round stoppage in May and a first-round stoppage in February. Gato Guerrero, he said, I don't want to trade with him. I don't want to get into a firefight. I want to make him chase me and move around. And right now, Floyd Schofield doing a good job of cutting off the ring.
He's cutting off the ring, applying the pressure. I know Guerrero says he wants to chase him, but he's not doing anything bad. If you want someone to chase you, you have to. Schofield has strength. He has 10 wins, 8 knockouts. So he has the strength. Good
nice left hook.
And that's what I'm talking about. Is it can be an easier fight. Let him walk into the punches. You don't have to necessarily chase him down. He's slower. He leans forward. Make him come in and counter.
You know this, Alex Rincon. Some of those punches that Schofield has landed against other opposition, they've gone down.
They would have gone down. They would have gone down, not gotten up, or gotten up and then got put to sleep. But this guy's tough. Guerrero's tough. He wants to go the distance. He doesn't want to be that opponent that stops.
But that's where Floyd Schofield was at in his second fight, working his way now to a promotional contract with Golden Boy Promotions. 19 years old. He was telling me the story of how he met Oscar De La Hoya. At the age of 16, Oscar saw his Instagram where he was working out. Oscar DM'd him and said, hey, young man, continue to work at your craft. You have some potential. Keep on going in what you're doing. So they've exchanged DMs back and forth. Influencer page. He's a boxer who's putting up boxing content all the time. He said it's mostly his father, Floyd Sr., who runs the page. Hey, understand the marketing of what you got to do.
Yeah, people don't realize it's a business. It's a business in the pro game. It's not all that.
You're not trying to sell tickets anymore.
Exactly. And then that's different. I feel like the buildup of the fight is the part that throws people off a little bit more. And that's actually a knockdown by Kid Austin.
Counted a knockdown as Gatito is complaining about that, puts his hands up. Okay, it happened right in front of us, but it's officially ruled a knockdown here in the third.
No, it was a knockdown. It wasn't.
What up?
Oh, he thinks the the round's over.
Oh, it was the finals. I did too.
Oh, a little shot that made.
Oh, a left from Gatito lands. So Floyd's getting hit a little bit.
And he shouldn't really be getting hit. He has springy footwork. He comes out of his range really well. But again, I think it's just the youth, the experience that he needs to have a little bit more in the ring with these type of fighters. He's had opponents, but not necessarily an opponent like Guerrero to really test him and not pretty much stop. But he's throwing good shots to the body. But again, he's getting a little too wide, and Guerrero's landing those shots that aren't hurting him, but they're landing. But regardless of that, Kid Austin still winning the rounds very convincingly. And that there shows he's getting a little too anxious on the shots, but winning the rounds. And I wouldn't necessarily see that as a knockdown. He missed. He touched the shoulder, but again, it's the ref the angle he has and what he sees. And fortunately, that's a knockdown in Guerrero's eyes, but a good thing for Kid Austin.
19-year-old Floyd Kid Austin Schofield. His father is Floyd Sr. He's not named after Floyd Mayweather. Many people think that. He said it's a family name. His grandfather was named Floyd. His great-grandfather was named Floyd. But his father's the one who picked up the senior name, and there he goes. So he's a junior. But he's an interesting story because he said it's just him and his father. His father and his son, it's just them two, one back and forth. He said at the age of 2, Floyd Sr. gained custody of the young man we see in the ring, but his father didn't have the means to provide necessary, so they were essentially homeless for a year. They would go to the park and play and hang around. That's the park that they were sleeping in at night. For about a year in New York, the father, Sr., said he was working, trying to save as much money as he can for them to get a spot, not asking for handouts. He said it was tough, and I just tried to provide for his son, got him into the sport of boxing. As Floyd Jr. liked other sports, he said it was something about boxing that just got him going. And for more on that, you can go to the Golden Boy Insider page and check out the full interview. And it was really interesting to be conducting the interview because you can see the emotion in the son's face when he's talking about it. He's like, I don't remember this, but my dad told me.
You know, he instills that in him, and he's done that from a young age. And obviously knowing those stories of struggling before he was even born, him knowing that is something that'll humble you. And great combinations landed by Kid Austin in the corner.
The oohs and the ahs from the crowd inside Dickies Arena, and finally gets dropped. He was chopping at him, and Gatito goes down. Final seconds, will he beat the bell here in the 4th round? Gatito says, I'm fine, I got blood from my mouth, blood from my nose.
And he keeps taking out his mouthpiece.
That's that veteran move, and he survives the round.
You got to just apply the pressure, you're walking down, he's going back. Just set up the combinations. There's nothing that you have to force. Just let it come to you. He's hurt right now. He's discouraged. You see it in his eyes. Just walk him down, cut the ring, set up the big shot, and throw.
Another
Good
big
right hand.
shot
There it
lands
is.
up there. Going upstairs again is Kid Austin. Landing upstairs. Loading up is Austin. Oh, Floyd Schofield, but surviving the onslaught has got.
Good jab, good flashy jab by Kid Austin. Sharp jab, which he needs to just use a little bit more. There's not a lot of side-to-side head movement by Guerrero.
At all.
And that's the part I'm talking about. He's getting anxious. He's crowded. This is that action that we
That's
saw
it.
going toe-to-toe.
Sorry, Rincon, fight is over. Hugo Partida is going to stop the fight. He's telling the commission that is it. He doesn't want any more of his fighter. So Hugo Partida, who is a former fighter, Partida has fought Jojo Diaz in the past. He, a former fighter, is going to protect the veteran Gatito Guerrero. As Guerrero said, I want to keep going. Partida, protecting his fighter, said, no, it's over. He tells the commission, ya estuvo. So Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield, gets the stoppage here on his Golden Boy debut.
Ruben Perez puts a halt to this contest as our fighter can no longer continue this bout. The official time comes to you 10 seconds until round number 6 to the winner by TKO and still undefeated, Floyd Kid Austin Schofield.
So